Hi water signs, Tara here, and we're going to do a quick elemental water reading. So this will be for the signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for May 2018. Of course, I'll be coming back during that time, the month of May, with some open readings because we do have the Uranus moving into Taurus in the middle of the month. There's something else that happens that day too. Mercury changes signs, I think. I'm not exactly sure. But you also have, Scorpio also have Jupiter in your sign. You're hosting that, and you're going to have it until around the end of October. So hopefully you've been planting those seeds. So let's go ahead and get started on this reading. I do have the Sibilas here for clarification, and we, as normal, will close it out with a romance angel and an angel answer card. And do look at the other elementals to see what may be happening for, you know, another sign you might be dealing with, or your moon or rising sign. So, Five of Wands. Well, the Devil. Are some of you fighting over property or possessions? And then some of you are struggling trying to get through something. Either way it goes, whether you're fighting over property and possessions and money, things like that, maybe sex, I don't know, or if you are trying to, you're got a lot of things on your plate that you're trying to just, you know, and a lot of stuff coming at you, people coming at you. You fear that you're stuck in this situation and you can't get out. Okay? That's not true. See? Look. There's the Fool card. There's the Star card. And there's the Hanged Man. Well, across the top. And it's 4 major arcana already. So we're looking at Saturn, Uranus. We're looking at Venus. We're looking at the moon and Neptune. Now, as I was saying, on the 30th, the full moon in Scorpio is on April 30th. There is the 8 of Cups. Well, moon. Here is the World cards. Wow, 2 Saturn cards. Jesus. Okay, well. And then the 10 of Swords. And basically, let me say this from just looking at this, okay? Whatever this situation is, at the moment, there's not a lot that you can do except to have faith that everything's going to work itself out. It is going to take some time. Some of you are going to be required to walk away from this. And know that the World card itself simply means that you are coming to near the end of your journey. So there's just a little bit more to do. Now, I think by the time some of you get to that point, you're going to feel as if, because I think some of you are going to be kind of resistant to moving. You may do it, but it's going to be tough to kind of let go. But it's a 10, and it's the outgoing energy. So this tells me that there is a Ace of Swords on the backside of this. I think for some of you, the longer that you worry about this situation, instead of just kind of accepting it for what it is, the harder that it is for you to let it go. Maybe some of you have had a fight with someone, and now the person has, after some time, either you or that person has walked away. You're trying to figure out, how am I going to recover from this after this whole situation has started. As I say, maybe some of you have been, this has been fights over property and possessions and money and you know, material things. Some of you may get not exactly what you want, but whatever it is that you get, be happy for whatever it is that you get. This is how you can come to that place where it's just a little bit more to go through. But nevertheless, do have faith and know that this Ten of Swords is a changing energy. And for some of you, it may not even last that damn long. Let's see what's underneath the thing. Now, some of you who are watching this may be dealing with a water sign person, whether same-sex or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of the male. Now, there's not a lot of things that I can look at here because it's chock full and it's a cross. So it's the 4 end cards that are the only things I'm able to look at. And it almost reads as though some of you kind of broke free from that situation and walked away from it here. But there's still some type of attachment here. There's still some kind of connection. There's still some kind of bond there. Let me try to see what I can see. Then we're going to pull Sibilas on this. We're going to start with the 5 of Wands because I can only look at the end cards. There's a huge major cross here. And I think really for a lot of you, this cross is just that. It feels like a cross. Like it's just so heavy for you. And in the middle of it, you're trying to just keep your hopes up that everything's going to be all right. And it will be all right. The thing is that it may not be all right in the manner in which you've been hoping and praying for. Nevertheless, it will be coming to an end. And if nothing else, that should give you the impetus to trying to keep moving forward. Okay? Because this is the card that says darkest before the dawn. And you're being asked to view this in a way in terms of what, you know, sometimes when the Hangman shows up, it's about sacrificing something that you really care about a lot. But once you give that up, it frees you up to get something better, if that makes any sense. Now, 5 of Wands next to the Devil. For you not to waste your time, efforts, and energies trying to make amends for or fix a problem or a situation, as no one is interested at this time. And or the issue has passed. It has been left too late. See, that's what I said. You thought that whatever this thing was, that it was okay. But then you find out in a way that it really isn't okay. Okay? Let's go to the 10 of Swords. And some of you are chained to this idea that maybe there was something you could have said or done that, or maybe now you want to try to go back and fix the situation, but nobody's interested anymore. And if it's not that they're not interested anymore, it's actually just too late. The time has passed. Okay? It's too late to fix the situation. So don't waste any more of your time or effort on it. And this could be the acceptance of that. All right? The 10 of Swords. Nothing. Now, I can look at the 8 of Cups. And for some of you, it may take a while, but it really is the way that you think about the situation. I know sometimes that's easier said than done. You know, but all that's going to do, if you continue to focus upon the negative or the past about something that you can't change, it's too late to change the outcome or the way the thing went down, it really is a waste of energy. You should instead take that negative energy and turn it around and try to figure out how you can move forward and improve your own way of thinking about why it happened the way it happened. Oh, this looks like a really tough reading for some of you. And I'm kind of... Nothing about the 8 of Cups. And so these are the 4 cards I'm going to put... I didn't do the 9 of Swords. These are the 4 cards I'm going to look at with the Sibilas, okay? Now, here's the 9 of Swords. Let's see if it tells us anything. It's almost like you vacillate between worry and anxiety and feeling good and then feeling like crap. So I don't know if for some of you this could be a health issue in some way, something that's recurring. Nine of Swords next to the star. Here it is. Okay, there's that Nine of Swords next to the star. And here is the Eight of Cups. When the Nine of Swords appears in a spread next to the star, it asks you to have faith and be grateful for the gifts already received in your life. Gratitude should be your attitude. Remember I was telling you, if y'all are fighting over property, take your shit and get on, okay? Appearing next to the star, the Nine of Swords is telling you that all is not lost, and you are asked to have faith and trust. Things may not seem as though they are going as you would like at this moment, but this will turn around in quick time, so keep the faith. And there's nothing else you can do about it. It's the way that you're going to think about this, which is going to help you through it. Even though it may seem like something like your whole world is upside down. This is strange. I have the sun, the moon, and the star. All three luminaries. Or the two luminaries, rather. Stars are kind of like luminaries. They provide you hope. I do feel that for some of you, if you're already in this full moon in Scorpio is going to give you the opportunity to try to lay this to rest now. Okay? And you always hear me talk about how Jupiter wants to grant you gifts. Sometimes things that happen to us, even at the time we're going through them, we don't see the blessing in it. Or sometimes we say that we do, but we don't actually live that, if that makes any sense. The letter. Superbia and the Mercante. So this is telling me that you're dealing with somebody who you got news about someone, or you got news, a really piece of crappy news. This is the Superbia. This is the card of hubris. It is the card of haughtiness and vanity. So this is somebody telling you, and they're behaving in such a manner, and the words in which they said, look, I'm taking my business elsewhere. This could be what this is. This is about leaving or going on a trip, and we see that. Okay, after a fight, remember I said that there was a fight, and then looked like either you left or somebody else left, and they went on about their business. Now we're going to look at this Nine of Swords. Because the devil can be about someone trying to exert control over you, but they do it for their own purposes. Okay? And that might be what that letter was all about. That news that came in, text message, email, tax document, bill, notice, whatever that was. Prigione. La conversazione. And the casa. In other words, this is about some idea of fighting over property, and those conversations have stalled. The prigione, you haven't been talking to the individual, or the conversations have been very, very slow. But it looks as though something is trying to move. Pleasant conversations in casa. And that could be what this is. So this might be that glimmer of hope that has come in for you. But now let's see. Because this guy is about negotiations. Okay? So this could be somebody that you've been trying to negotiate. Maybe this is a divorce or a separation. And you're now trying to divide up the property, the spoils, so to speak. And you've been worried about how that's going to go, because it looks like the person has been unbudging, not willing to have a pleasant conversation with you about this. And you've been very, very worried about it. Pensiero. meditation and thought. Man, let me walk away from this shit. But that's in the past. Amore. And the bambino. Well. Now, I don't know if this is telling me, you know, sometimes I have seen the Eight of Cups play out to where if you've been waiting on a message to come in, the message is on its way. I have seen that. And this is the idea or the thought or the meditation on some kind of relationship and starting over. That's what those 3 cards are telling me. Walking away and starting over. Okay. Ten of Swords. I think that maybe some of you are hoping that the person is going to return. That circular thing. And some of you have your hopes set on that. Ten of Swords. The Yardro. The Sospiri. And the Allegria. Well, I would dare say that for some of you that is not going to go the way that you think it is. I feel what this is telling me is that you're actually going to feel all alone, and you're turning your back on your friends and your family. The Sospiri, you're sighing, the longing, the waiting, but look, there's the thief, as if to say that this opportunity was stolen from you, right? Or that everything that you have accrued has been stolen. It's been taken away from you. You're hoping, and for the sake maybe of your family and of your friends, or that you can, but you don't get that. Okay. It doesn't come. So if that's what's been worrying you, okay, this could be just surrender to the idea. And once you can surrender to the idea, you'll be able to think clearly as to what will I do after the fact. Okay? Some of you don't want to surrender to the idea. And the longer you try to fight it, the more difficult it's going to be. So, let's... sorry to have to bring that kind of news, but... And do know that the Scorpio full moon is a time for you to start new. That ends a cycle, and then it begins leading up to 2 weeks to the beginning of a cycle. And then that's where we have when Uranus enters into Taurus. So you'll be hopefully coming back to check the open readings that I'll be posting. Or you can join the website and get a more in-depth reading. Or you can purchase a reading. Okay, you have lots of options to choose from. So now you're going, how did them cards say all of that? But that card say success. Well, success is how you look at it. Okay. And if you're still above ground, kicking and breathing, no matter what you've gone through, that's a damn success. Just got to look at it in a different way. This is the romance of a lifetime. I know some of y'all gonna be like, but I'm confused. Don't be. Congratulations, you are on the road to success. You needn't have any reservations about your situation, so it's going to work out, as it's going to work out beautifully. Part of living a successful life is taking care of yourself. It's wonderful to have many things to be grateful for, but make sure you don't wear yourself down by working too hard. So take time to enjoy peace in your life. And that could be why those Alegria cards came out on the back side. It's telling you that to find support with your family and your friends. Don't turn your back on them at your lowest point. True love. Excuse me. You pull this card because true and lasting love is here for you. If your question was about a specific person, then this card serves as validation of the relationship's divine nature. This individual has genuine love for you, and you both can overcome the issues that arise. This is especially the case if you can express your feelings through attributes such as kindness, compassion, and courtesy towards each other. For instance, having honest conversations would be an expression of your true love, even if it involves discussing uncomfortable topics. If you're currently seeking a relationship, this card offers you assurance that true love is on its way. Keep the faith that a wonderful relationship is destined to come to you. And don't compromise with an unsuitable partner. Let me read that again. Keep the faith that a wonderful relationship is destined to come to you. And don't compromise with an unsuitable partner. It is essential that you treat yourself well by taking excellent care of yourself. For the foundation of a true love relationship is two people who cherish who they are. And what that means is, it's the foundation. When you cherish who you are and the other person you're with cherishes who they are, then when you come together, you can both cherish each other. But if you're doing all the cherishing and somebody else is being a butthole or a bitch, that ain't right. So until next time, that's what I have for you, water signs, and I'll see you on the backside. Until next time, namaste.